in TDM
Hey,
chat.
hello, blue. And nothing can hold me when I hold you. Joining Chris. You know you wanna rockin' and rollin' all week long.
You didn't sing last week.
I know, but I flustered last week. I flustered, wasn't I? So welcome to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with our very special guest, Isa Murphy. All the way. Are you in Ireland or are you back in London?
I'm in London at the moment, but hi, thanks for having me.
How are you?
Hi, Isa.
I'm good.
It's an absolute privilege to have you on. Been listening to your music this week, but we don't want you to go anywhere because we're going to kick off. I want to play last week's. Civic Green came on last week because they had a new single coming out, and unfortunately we didn't get a chance to play it fully, did we, Chris? Because I were having a few technical difficulties, and my good-looking friend over at the other side of Wakefield was filling in while I was in a mad panic at my end trying to get the technical stuff.
Rich, your microphone makes you sound like Norman Collier.
Does it?
Yeah.
No, I think that's just the Zoom.
Oh, is it?
Can you hear me, Isa?
Well, I can hear you, so maybe it's just your Zoom, Chris.
It's just your Zoom, Chris. Have
That's
you not
it, go
paid?
on, I've known you 2 minutes and you're already kicking it into me, aren't you?
Get 10 bob it meter, Chris. That's what you need to do, son.
Yeah.
Get 10 bob it meter. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick off with Civic Green, and we're going to be right back with Isa and my very good-looking friend over at Wakey. Look at them pins. Look at them legs. Tell you what, you're fit. He's not even... Nothing. Eh? I pay him a compliment and nothing. Absolute nada.
I didn't hear you, Rich.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. I'm going to play Civic Green. This is City Streets. This is their latest single, which we released last Friday. We'll be right back, and we'll be playing some tracks from Isa. Don't go anywhere. And that includes you, Chris.
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with our very special guest, Isa. How are you, my lovely?
Hello. That was so cute, that intro.
Yeah. Well, that was a very good friend of ours. We've got another one and all. Shall I play another one, Chris? I'll play another one. Look at this. You ready?
Rich and Chris and Drive Time Smile Radio.
That is Bethany. Right, do you know what? Hey, Isa, while you're on, if you want to do us a jingle, you know, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, maybe at the end I'll be thinking of one.
Yeah, I think we're going to pin it down, aren't we? 'Cause
Try
not
and put
literally.
my name first for the change. It's getting a bit.
Okay, I will.
You will find over the course of this interview that my friend I've known all my life is a bit of a narcissist. So every question he asks about you, he will turn it about himself.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it.
So you are. So, right then, Isa, the first question I'll ask is, how do you find the transition from being number one in Ireland on iTunes, going over to London and find yourself in a far greater musical pond? Are you finding it easy or harder?
That's a good question. I think, well, Ireland, the music scene is really small anyway. So, coming to London, it's interesting because the London scene in London, the London scene in London, the music scene in London is actually really small as well. Funnily enough, so I feel like once you know one person, they also know another person. So, I've only released for the first time last month, so it's interesting even since then connecting the dots with people here. So I think the US would be a completely different scenario, but the UK is still quite small. So it's actually, I'm finding it good at the moment.
Are you comfortable with it all then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There's not many lecherous weirdos hanging about then, or anything like that.
No.
No, we're stuck in Yorkshire, Chris.
Sorry.
So, because we're stuck in Yorkshire, that's why.
I feel like you would think in London that you'd feel like a small fish, but actually, once you meet a few people or know a few people, it's funny. It feels smaller than you'd think.
So when you come over to London, did you come over on your own and not knowing anybody?
Yeah.
That's a massive leap of faith. So you come over to London on your own then? You didn't bring it onto the house with you, like your grandma or anybody like that?
No. And I was staying in this room, and it had like a little kitchenette in the room. And so obviously there was no one to meet or socialize with. So like it was completely by myself, yeah.
Is that when you did your most writing?
Yeah, I definitely did a lot of writing then, yeah. But I wouldn't say my most. I think it's funny, I actually write most when I'm not stressed, but when I'm busy, which is weird. And I wasn't busy at all at that time. So I wrote a lot, but not as much as I would if I'm busy, which is weird.
Yeah. To coin a phrase, it's a little Irish, is that?
Yeah, I feel like it's just, maybe it's like if you're a bit stressed, maybe it's like a release to write. I don't know.
With your Irish roots or your Irish heritage, can you see it moving further on in your career, bringing a different style and twist to your already quite unique and current musical talent that you have?
So like going down a different style?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I already kind of played with a style that I'm moving towards. So like before releasing, I wanted to have, I guess like a path that I knew I was going to go on. So I have singles that are ready to go, but also a sound that I kind of want to go towards as well. Yeah.
Fantastic, Richard. Have you got any questions? Because it's just me and Ivan again.
No, I'm enjoying the conversation. It's nice just to be able to sit back and listen. And
oh, lovely.
So yeah, you know. Go on, Chris. No, go on.
I want to say, you don't notice his zoom's off him, so I'll probably be sat in just his underpants.
Well, I've got studio to myself, so I can do what I want. So I'm getting back to your music, because obviously your first track is where are we? Bear with me. Black Hole. And you had really, really good success. So how's because you is it the 19th you released Taxi? Was it?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. So how's it being received back home?
Good. Yeah, I was really happy. This one also went to #1 in Ireland, which was
Whoop, whoop.
expecting that.
Yeah.
Who did you beat to the top of it? Who did you beat to the race to #1?
I saw yesterday, who was underneath? Dermot Kennedy, Tate McRae. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's sick. I think she's in the US. Who else was there? Yeah, I only remember those two, but they like BTS, you know that?
Korean band?
Yeah, they're on the Irish.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you out.
If you don't mind me asking, I've got my daughter who's just turned 13 on Wednesday. She's 13 to almost 30. She's a little minx. And it's always an acid test for me. Because I'm I love Civic Green, and I have to say I told them this last week. There's always a light. If you get a chance to check them out, Civic Green. If you like your upbeat, emphatic track, is that the right word, Chris? Emphatic. Thank you. I was struggling with my words, you know.
What did you say, ethnic?
No, emphatic. I couldn't get me. I've got my wrong teeth in. So that there's always a light. I have to say this year, out of all the music, I mean, no disrespect to you, but that because I love my sort of kind of it's my favourite track. You'll check them out. They're absolutely brilliant, and they're from Barnsley, and they're brilliant, aren't they, Chris? They're just so down to earth.
Are they a band?
Yeah, Civic Green they're called.
Oh, sick. Okay.
But yeah,
They're really good.
Okay.
They were,
Are they kind of folky?
pardon?
Oh no, but I do like me folk. Have you heard of Bella Hardy?
No.
Oh, well, that's a conversation stopper. That little shake of the
Sorry,
head.
there you go.
Yeah, get off. Make a cake.
Are they-
next. So anyway,
Are they kind of rocky?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Oasis type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
Cool.
Well, I'll play Always the Light as well in it after we've done you. Before you go, you can check it out. But yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
But getting back to what I was saying now, I mean, the acid test. I said to Lily, I says, what do you think to this song? And I played. Fortunate, she didn't hear the F bomb in Taxi.
Oh, good. Sorry
So,
about
and-
that's friendly.
So yeah, I've got the radio friendly one lined up. Hopefully, he says.
Perfect.
And I just and she just said, "Hang on a sec." She just said, "Is that Billie Eilish?"
Oh no way.
Yeah, and Chris
Wait,
said,
that's what I thought as well.
and I was just about to say, Chris said that other day because she really sounds like Billie Eilish. And what were it?
I can't spell Eilish, so it might come out as eyelash.
You know what's interesting? I feel like I don't. It's weird because since I started releasing music, people find like a comparison between some big artists that they know. Like I've gotten like people would text me saying so many different names of artists, being like, "Oh, you sound like this person. You sound like this person." So I feel like people naturally think of someone big and try and make a comparison, which is funny. But I don't know who I feel like I sound like. It's not intentional.
No, but take it as a compliment. It's
that's lovely.
but
Could have said you sound like Will Smith or something like that. Would have been awful.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good one.
But no, to be honest, when I listen to your music, I close my eyes. Obviously, I look at the page, you know, because he sends me a link, and I look and X, Y, and Z. You've got the you've got the pop star look. You know, you're very photogenic on the promo shots you have, but you take that away, and I close my eyes and I listen to music, and you've got a really, really good voice and a unique sound. Yes, and I say you sound a little bit like Billie Eilish. It's just that sort of rhythm and feel that you have to your tracks, not your voice or anything like that. It's just the construction of your records is very, very similar.
Thank
right,
you.
I think without further ado, I think we should play it. I think we should play the #1 single on iTunes in Ireland, "Taxi" by Isa Murphy, who's.
Are we playing Black Hole first? Oh, is this?
No, this is the latest one. We'll play Black Hole after this one, and we'll talk about that. So you can tell us all about why you wrote it and all the rest of it and where it comes from. So we're going to play it. So for our listeners, if you want to check Isa out, you can go to our website, www.smileradio.co/the featured artist. And all information, a bio, everything, social media is all on there. So let's hear it without any further ado. This is Isa live on Smile Radio.
Welcome to the party. All the drinks free and everyone's smiling. I feel like mini Barbie, so I'm sorry. I'm back in the taxi. That's how you want me, but I won't stand there saying I'm lucky. Welcome to the end of us pretending. You know we're saving you. Killed your heart. I'd find more ideas of fun in a prison. Destroy us. Make me up a coffin bed, 'cause I'm bored to death. You feel like you've been painted with a gold tint on brass that you've hidden. Mine chipped because I scratched it like a facelift that peeled back by accident. That's how you wanted me, but I won't stand there acting real fancy. Find me in the backseat of the taxi. I sit there laughing. You killed your heart. I'd find more ideas of fun in a prison. Destroy us. Make me up a coffin bed, 'cause I'm bored to death. I've been in the deep end with your demons. They all talk the same with no meaning. I just wanna make a mess. I'm not princess. Nonetheless, I won't be caught dead in a mini red dress. You're such a killjoy. I'd find more ideas of fun in a prison. Destroy us. Make me up a coffin bed, 'cause I'm bored. Killjoy. I'd find more ideas of fun in a prison. Destroy us. Make me up a coffin bed, 'cause I'm bored to death. I've been bored to death. You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
What do you think, Chris? You there, Chris?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah, of course I'm here. I sat back and listened in its entirety, and yeah, I'll go by my original comments. It's stripped back bare, slight instrumental halfway through, and the words control the song and not the musicality. Like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love that the words control the sound. Thank you.
No, it's all right. No, genuinely, I really like it. The more you listen to the song, you can see exactly what you mean. The falseness, the pretentiousness. You know,
Yeah.
they're just the entire load of BS that flies around some parties.
Yeah, you've been to a few of those, have you, Chris?
God no, God no. I'm not that popular. I'm not that popular. I'm one of those that will get smashed out there on cheap and then kick off, and then I'll have to be put in a taxi by my learned friend.
Yeah.
Still in a taxi though.
Yeah. Still
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but I've had a good party in my own head. A party for one.
Brilliant.
But
So-
no, sorry, Rich, go on.
No, go on. I was just going to ask you about, because it's a follow-up, obviously, to Black Hole. And in your stuff that you sent across, you're saying it's where you You left a toxic party and touches on materialism, dishonesty, and superficiality. So very cynical to the environment that you were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, I mean, I feel like everyone's been in situations like that, or like parties like that, or just, you know, an environment like that. And you know, when it's just really shallow and just toxic.
I wish I were popular enough to be invited to parties like that.
Well, I feel like it doesn't even have to be at a party, just like even just a person that you meet that's like that, you know. So that's what it's like. I mean, I feel like the song sounds like I'm talking to a person, but I'm really just talking to a scene, if that makes sense.
It's like you're narrating a scene. Your song's a narration of an event.
Yeah.
Is it? Would you say? Does it feel like a narration to a party that you've been where it's probably full of lovers and false musicians and the air kisses and stuff like that? Is it just a party in general that we're narrating over? Because
no, yeah, I think it's a scene more than a specific specific event. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that song clearly tells a story, and the narrative, the word is strong and descriptive. Is all your songs going to be like that? Because I'll be honest, I haven't listened to Black Hole.
Yeah, I think definitely, like, I try to write concepts or like stories. I just find that writing just comes more naturally to me. I also listen to a lot of that music, you know, a song that just has one concept. So yeah, I think all of my music is like that.
Could you picture yourself then moving forward when you're creating an album to have a story to the album and a theme?
Yeah,
like
those concepts.
Do your songs with like each song is a chapter leading up to possibly a crescendo in the middle of the album or towards the end?
Yeah, like Bowie used to do that, where he had concept albums. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I think they're harder to do than like separate songs with separate concepts or stories. But I think it would be, I don't know if you call it a challenge, but I think I'd really like to do that. Yeah.
I mean, to create an album of 12 individual separate tracks that each sounds different is far more harder than create a conceptual album where the theme's running through it.
I actually think the opposite. I think it's harder to keep one theme, because I feel like you have to, if you have a concept, you have to think of 10 different ways to describe that concept, but in a different way. I feel like if you go and sit down and write a song, it's easier to write just loads of random songs that don't fit together.
So could you see yourself writing an album with, I don't know, let's talk the classic 10-track album. You'll do 5 happy songs and then 3 cynical songs and 2 sad songs. Could you see you doing that then?
Yeah, I could see myself doing that. I think I would have more fun trying to do the conceptual album, you know, the one theme. Like, I think that would be more difficult and I'd have to spend more time at it, but I think it would be more interesting.
And rewarding, possibly?
Yeah, because I feel like every artist sits down to write and they're always going to write a song that doesn't completely match the theme of the last. Like, every time you write a song, you're not thinking of the last one, you're just writing. But if you have to sit down and think, okay, does this match the theme of the last one and the one before that? I think that's a bit harder.
So you
just made a comment there. I mean, Adele's wrote 2 albums purely based about breakup. I mean, she's doing all right about it. I mean, so you know, some people like to hear it. I don't necessarily always like to hear a sad song. I like to hear a mixture of songs.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Uplifting, some that's sort of telling a story that's quite sad. You know, and then you know you don't mind the odd tearjerker as well.
Yeah.
Because each song that you sing, write, dance along to, it puts you back in a place and time that will mean something to you, and something completely different to somebody else.
Yeah, that's so true.
So just get. Go on. No, go on. Go on. Finish what you said.
I was just going to say, I think you can still write a happy song and a sad song that are completely different, but about the same concept or the same topic or in the same lane. So I think that, like, the conceptual album would still be the same concept, but the songs may not be like the exact same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you find, again, this is more of a heritage question. The Irish, the nation, they're strong on storytelling and passing stories down from generation to generation. Has that ability to be, from growing up in that environment and listening to the great storytellers, it's probably your grandparents, your great grandparents, do you think that's enabled you to be able to compile the songs and write the stories within your verses that you have produced today?
I think so. That's a good question, because I think, like, I've been in sessions where people would sit down and they'd say, "Okay, I don't really care about the lyrics. Let's just work on melodies." And I'm like, "Okay, I just want to leave," because I feel like a song, like anyone can write a melody, but I feel like it's
I'm
what
all about
you
lyrics.
want to say. Yeah, I feel like lyrics are so. For me, I listen to the lyrics almost more than I listen to the melodies.
To be honest, if there's no lyrics, it's just an instrumental track, isn't it? That doesn't really take you anywhere unless you really can produce a good instrumental record.
Yeah, I agree. So I think, like, in some way, maybe that did make me want to like focus on the lyrics more in the kind of storytelling. Yeah.
Good.
So just I just before I want to, when you were talking about, are you a Bowie fan?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I love Bowie. So you said in your bio that you've 12 years you were classically trained. So I know it's music, but what part of music were you doing? Is it singing or is it playing the piano? What?
Oh yes. So my mom put me in violin lessons when I was 4, and it almost broke our relationship because she made me continue that until I finished grade 8. So I was doing violin lessons like my whole childhood and teenage years. So like, even though I hated it, I think it really helped with like the theory of music. And I don't know, I don't think it's what made me start writing, but I think possibly it could be the reason why I started music.
Quickly touching on Bowie, have you listened to his last album, Black Star?
Bits. I haven't actually, like, it's more of his earlier stuff that I.
Yeah, it's Space Oddity.
Almost like Lana Del Rey. I love her earlier stuff, and then her newer stuff I don't really listen too much.
But if you get a chance and you want to just try and listen to it, if you listen to any track on his last album, it's the last track. It's haunting. It's easy if he already knows he's dying.
I heard people say that, but I actually didn't. I don't know why I didn't listen to it, but someone told me that.
I have nothing left to give. Just if that's the only song you ever listened to off that album, it's that one. It's unbelievable.
Okay, the minute after this, I'll go have a listen.
Why'd you say that? Like, because you have to make yourself a pot noodle in your kitchen. You're not
pot noodle.
If you were to have a pot noodle, what pot noodle would you have though?
Bombay Bad Boy.
I know, not you. I know yours, but what's yours, Isa?
I'd probably have. I used to love the blue one. Is that the Chinese one?
The chow mein one.
The chow mein one.
Yeah, the chow mein. I'd imagine down for a chicken and mushroom with a soy sauce. That's if I was to pick one.
I don't think I've had one for about 3 years.
You've changed.
You've changed.
Yeah.
You're not a proper muso and living a hard life in the city streets of London.
What was that then? What did you abbreviate then?
Muso. Musician.
And what's one?
You're not down with the kids, kid. You're not down with the kids, are you? You're not down with the kids, are you?
It's like a suffering musician, I think. But I feel like I'm more of a beans on toast person.
Do you have cheese on top?
Talking of beans on toast, have you listened to any of his music?
No. I didn't even know there was an artist called Beans on Toast.
Yeah. He's a folk pop singer from Essex. He's done loads of albums. Talks about global warming and stuff like that. It's really relevant. Yeah. There's a few F-bombs in it as well, so you might like it.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Right up my street.
Right then, I'm going to play back all, and we'll be right back, and you can tell us all about this and why you wrote this and all the rest of it. So don't go anywhere. So you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris live on Smile Radio. We've been joined with Isa Murphy, and we're playing a first track that was #1 in Ireland on Spotify back in, when was it?
October, so October 15th it released.
Oh, it was iTunes. Is it? Are they two completely different platforms? I'm really thick, me, so I just need explaining.
Wait, what? iTunes.
iTunes.
And
Spotify and iTunes.
oh
Two
yeah,
different things.
they're completely different. Yeah.
Well, correct him then, because he got it wrong.
All right then.
Oh, did he say Spotify?
iTunes. Sorry, I apologise profusely. I'm reading 2 bits of notes here, so I'm not just saying running my fingers through my hair, Chris, trying to look pretty. Right, I'm going to play Black Hole by Isa Murphy.
He's hard maintaining these locks.
Yeah, look at it. Right, we'll be right back after this. This is Isa Murphy, Black Hole, live on Smile Radio.
There's a pretty silence in this nightmare. The fog that blocks your vision is your comfort. We kinda like to stay blissfully clueless, 'cause a bad thing goes away when we ignore it. If we can't be saved, if the damn walls break and wash us up like waste, if 20 earthquakes make the planet cave and we know it's endgame, if a black hole swallows us both, I'll keep holding your soul till it's done. There's a lot of chaos in this stillness. The city's overcrowded, but it feels vacant. It feels like we're the only two within it. I've tunnel vision, but look in your eyes, I feel I'm living. If we can't be saved, if the damn walls break and wash us up like waste, if 20 earthquakes make the planet cave and we know it's endgame, if a black hole swallows us both, I'll keep holding your soul till it's done. The devils are here and hell is empty, so you know where to find me when earth disappears. I know you'll be smiling happily and hiding when the black hole swallows us both. I'll keep holding your soul till it's done. When the black hole swallows us both, I'll keep holding your soul till it's done.
Rich and Chris and Drive Time, Smile Radio.
Welcome to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show, live on Smile Radio. We're joined by Isa Murphy, all the way from that there London. Whereabouts in Ireland are you from?
I'm from Cork, so the south.
Isaac, you don't know that much of Ireland.
A bit.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Technical difficulties. God did that
Oh,
to
no.
you.
Right, I best get me charging. Go on, chat on amongst yourselves.
Yeah, God did that to you. So tell us about Black Hole. How did all that come about?
But don't take my story, Isaac.
Okay, Chris has a story later, but
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So I wrote Black Hole at the start of the year when everything was going a bit, up in the air. So it was like I remember it was exactly when the Australian wildfires were going on, and that was on the news. And then COVID was it wasn't big, like we weren't in lockdown yet, but there was questions of it, and it was still on the news. So I remember I wrote it. I was basically just like, oh my, if everything ended, if the world ended, what would that look like? And it was funny.
Topic, guys.
What?
Cheerful topic, that.
Yeah, cheerful topic. But it was funny because everything got way worse after that. You know, we went into lockdown, and it really felt like everyone had a kind of a panic moment at some stage. So I think Black Hole got more relevant as the months went on, which is kind of weird. But yeah.
So you just keep
You want
making
my reflections on it now, Rich?
Yeah.
you just keep making loads of just keep rattling and banging, and when you're putting your phone.
Yeah, sorry, I've got this in sorted. Right. Right. When we were playing off air,
right.
When we were chatting off air, me and Isa, I said to her, I said, is this an analogy for something else? She went, no, it's end at world. She says, no, I can hear that. I can hear them words loud and proud and that. I said, but there were one line when she says, I'll grab your soul. And I says, it feels like you're singing about the end of the world, but it's about an end of a relationship. And you feel something coming, which is a black hole, which is going to come and take everything away from that relationship, and it's gone. And how would his or her world be after this black hole comes?
That reminds me of when 19.
That's a fantastic take on it.
It is.
Yeah, that reminds me of.
It's not even I know that one.
He's gone again.
Are you there, Chris? I'm just saying that song just reminds me of me when I was 19 with Louise. I'll be all right. I'll be back in a minute.
God, I'll tell you something. This is sad as that one though, Rich.
What that song just take me back. Isaac, just take me back. Leave it. I'll be all right in a minute.
Sorry,
no, it's a bit not. It's a beautiful song, very haunting. So is it? Because you said you're all about the lyrics. So you get a lyric in your head, and then do you find the melody afterwards?
Yeah. So I would usually have a lyric or a concept, and then try and flesh it out into a song. So like even my mom could say a line, just like a phrase, and then I would take that phrase and then just make it into a song. So with Black Hole, I think I just thought of the lyric Black Hole, and in my head had the concept of the world ending, and then I just fleshed that out. And then with Taxi, I actually had the word killjoy and bored to death, and I kind of liked to play on words there, because it was like you kill the joy, so you're bored to death, and having that death aspect to it. So then I fleshed that concept out, and it became Taxi.
Very clever.
So,
very deep.
A weird way of writing.
See,
that's a weird process.
It is, but I think it's whatever works, though, isn't it? Because I've said this to other people before who write. So I can't sing or play anything. I can hear myself back. Have you got your volume?
Oh, that might be me. My laptop actually does that sometimes. But if I take 2 seconds, I'll just restart it if you want to talk to each other. Sorry, it just gets worse from here. Okay. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, you wait there. I'll tell you what, we'll play, before you go, I'm just going to play a song. We'll play River by Leon Bridges for the song or whatever, and you can tell us why you've chosen that song. So you sort your laptop out, and we're right back after this. Don't go anywhere, everybody.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you, 10,000 miles gone. I wanna come near and give you every part of me. But there's blood on my hands, and my lips are unclean. In my darkness I remember Mama's words reoccur to me. Surrender to the good Lord, and to wipe your slate clean. Take me to your river, I wanna go. Oh, go, take me to your river, I wanna know. Dip me in your smooth waters, I go in. As a man with many crimes, come up for air. As my sins flow down the Jordan, oh, I wanna come here and give you every part of me. But there's blood on my hands, and my lips are unclean. Take me to your river, I wanna go. Oh, go, take me to your river, I wanna know.
Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Wanna know, wanna know, wanna know.
Ooh, oh, take me to your river,
College Go Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmore Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegonursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show. We've been joined by Isaac Murphy, and I think we've got Chris. Is Chris there?
Yeah, I mean, I have no video.
Technology and you just don't get on, do they?
Not really, no, to be fair.
Right, we've got.
Well,
Before you go in, we've got a request. He said, Gavin Bateson. He said he likes your voice. He said, have you got anything in the pipeline that's a bit more upbeat?
Oh, thanks, Gavin. I do. I have a lineup of singles coming out next year, so they'll be coming out one by one. So yeah.
So you'll be sending them over to Smile Radio so we can play and promote
Of
you.
course.
Good. Sorry.
Just a quick question while we were obviously we're going through another lockdown, and obviously you've dropped this track yesterday. How are you finding the promotion side of things? I know a lot of it's done on the internet and stuff like that, but normally you'd be gigging, wouldn't you, as well, promoting the new stuff as well, wouldn't you? So how are you finding the lack of real life singing to an extent in these times?
I think apart from performing, it hasn't really affected me much because like a lot of it is online, and also I'm independent, so I am on my laptop like 80% of the time at the moment, just with the release. So and also meeting people, I think everyone's become so used to Zoom that there's just Zoom meetings at the moment and stuff like that. So it actually hasn't affected me much. I think I'd be doing this anyway, even if, lockdown wasn't around at the moment. So, yeah.
We get on to the songs that you've produced and sang. Have you played them to a live audience yet?
No, not yet, because Black Hole and Taxi, they're both new. So we went into lockdown in March. I only wrote Black Hole like a month and a few weeks before that, and Taxi I only finished, I think, a month ago. So, there's been no live performances.
So who's your sounding board then? Who's your unfiltered ear without the apologetic tone in their critique?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Who has the unfiltered ear? Who listens to your music and gives you the honest
answers?
Oh,
my mom. Yeah, but it's funny because like my mom has a good ear, but you know what, sometimes when you hear something a few times, you think that you like it just because you know it. So that's the only problem with my mom. She would like hear a song and say she doesn't like it, and then a week later hear it again and say, oh, I really like that. So she's good for the first listen.
Yeah. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have my older sister who produces the songs.
I was just going to ask you that.
Lenny. Sorry,
I was just going to ask you who produces your music for you.
Yeah. So she produced Black Hole and Taxi, and I have a younger brother as well. So yeah.
The video for Black Hole, it's on YouTube, isn't it? What's the story behind the video?
You're on it with these questions. The story behind, so there's this bus graveyard where I'm from. There's like 250 buses they're all kind of smashed up and dead, basically. So we kind of snuck in there about 4 times at home, because I was at home for a few months. And yeah, so I'm just basically walking through this bus graveyard, and it's quite apocalyptic like. I think that kind of suited Black Hole. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
Nice.
So getting back to your song For Whatever that you sent, because we always ask our featured artists to pick 2 or 3 songs on what they mean to you and why they picked them. So River by Leon Bridges, why did you pick that?
I think there's no real like big story behind it, but that's a song that the way you listen to songs over and over and you get sick of them. That song I've listened to hundreds of times over the past like 7 years, and I just have never gotten sick of it. I think it's really well written. I think that's one song that I'll just kind of take with me.
And because you've unfortunately, we're not going to have a chance to play all your songs. I don't think
albums were thinking.
Yeah, well, we've got Danny Boy, we've got Tidy's High, we've got Coffin by Jessie Reyes, and we've got You Brought My First. Yeah, and we've got loads. There's not enough hours in the day, love.
Yeah, no.
So right, I've got because I'm conscious we've got somebody else coming on just after 5 o'clock. So I'm just conscious. So we've got Danny Boy or The Tidy's High. I want you to pick.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't know that you were playing them. I thought it was just like a story because they're like 50 years old.
well, I have to say I saw Blondie last year or a year before in Manchester, and 70-odd-year-old, she was still rocking. She were amazing, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
So they're like 2 songs that I grew up with, and I thought you wanted songs just that had a story behind them. No. Your listeners might like shut off now. So
No. This is all about you. The first hour is all about you.
Well, basically the story behind those 2 songs is just that I grew up with them like throughout my childhood, I guess. But I'd say my favorite song at the moment is Coffin by Jessie Reyes. If you want to play that one, because your listeners won't shut off.
No, well, please, it's all about you. It's all
Okay,
about
so Coffin by Jessie Reyes is my favorite
right then.
at the moment.
Right at the moment. Right then. So you carry on talking, Chris. I'm just going to get this lined up because I need to.
You didn't preempt that
Oh,
choice,
No,
did you?
no, I didn't.
I'm
I've got every
It's
other
all right.
one apart
like
from
it,
that
like
one.
Like you
I've
just
met
said that it's all about you. We really should have done that idea by you first, shouldn't
I
it?
did ask her this morning. I spoke to her earlier today and said, and she sent me some list.
You know how fickle stars are, Richard,
Oh, yeah.
don't you?
No green M&Ms and all that lot. Yeah, we know.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. So because there's one with M&M. Does which one is it?
Yeah, the
the-
Eminem one is sick. Yeah.
Right. Okay. You carry on talking, you two, while I find it.
Okay.
All right.
So, Chris-
Danny Boy, right? I'll talk about Danny Boy, obviously, because
Okay.
we all remember Danny Boy from a certain age. For Barry McGuigan used to box to it, come on
yeah,
to
I
it.
feel like that's such a funny song to bring up. People are probably like, "What?" But yeah, my dad just used to sing that to us, and it's like I know it's not an Irish song, but it feels really Irish, and it's something that like everyone in Ireland.
It's not an Irish song.
No, apparently it's English.
Oh, is it?
Really, I
Yeah.
never knew that.
I'd have had that down for Irish.
Yeah,
I
it
thought-
sounds very Irish, but I heard I think it's English.
When you go back to Ireland, you get mobbed.
By Danny Boy. I know.
No, by for your music when you go home and that, the people say, "Oh, she's back from London, pop star at
me?
Village."
Oh God, no! I just started like Black Hole only came out a month ago. I feel like music really only started for me last month because that was my first release.
Have you been home yet then to ride the crest of a wave?
The Christopher Wave. I was home for all of the first lockdown and after that, so I literally just came back to London for the second lockdown. So I was home the first 2 weeks that Black Hole was out. Yeah.
And how was it?
It was great, yeah. But Ireland is kind of strict with lockdown, so even when they weren't locked down, I think they were in stage 3, which is like stage 2 here, and you don't really meet up with people or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I didn't really see many people.
Have you had plenty of feedback? Is there any way you can have feedback left for you and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of people, like, I was surprised because obviously it was an independent release, but people that I don't know like reached out and stuff, so that was really cool. Just like on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, I've nowhere to leave feedback, but I suppose just like my Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I saw. I meant, do you have positive and negative feedback as well? And is it always is it mainly positive? Because you do get people that are keyboard warriors, though, don't you?
Yeah, I actually haven't had any negative feedback. Maybe it's because people are too nice and don't want to say it. But I think the only negative thing, and it wasn't even negative at all, was someone said I prefer Taxi to Black Hole, but that's not negative. So, yeah,
That proves that they've listened to them both.
Yeah, exactly. No bad press. So
No, exactly. No, that's great stuff.
yeah, no, it's been good. Yeah.
Right, I found it. It's not.
So-
He's saying it's not explicit, but it's not, is it? The one with Eminem.
See, I
Oh.
can't. Maybe it is. Is the
Oh,
one problem.
Rich,
Do you know
just
what?
Put a disclaimer out.
I'm
Danny
just-
Boy. Yeah.
No,
there's
no.
harm.
We're gonna no. This is what it's all about, you love. So we're gonna play Jessie Reyes and Coffin with featuring Eminem. It's saying it's saying the radio, but I'm just gonna say if there's an F-bomb, we apologise in advance.
We hope it's an F-bomb,
Yeah.
Rich. That's
We
the
don't
least of
wish-
our
we
bombs
don't
that
wish-
should be worried about.
We don't wish to
Not
offend
for
anybody
you.
on drive time. So anyway, we're gonna play. This is a song for whatever, and this is God, I've got a problem with my teeth. In Jessie Reyes and Eminem, and this is Isa's song for whatever. So don't go
I'm
anywhere.
so
We're right back
sorry.
after this. So let's fingers crossed it's not got any F-bombs in it. We're right back after this.
I hope so. It has.
Shut up, you.
We fight until the sun rose, and I still ain't been to bed. And while you got your eyes closed, the devil wakes up in my head. You told me that you hate me and you blame me, and you say that you wish that you were dead. So I write a little note out suicidal love roulette. You make me wanna jump off the roof, 'cause I love you to death, just like a fool. I'd rather a coffin, handmade for two, 'cause I love you to death, just like a fool, just like a fool, just like a fool. I walk up to the edge, yeah, and say a prayer before I let go. I probably see you through the window while I'm falling past the 5th floor. Then you get there just in time to save me and apologize, and maybe we could go back to bed. But you run past me instead and hit the ground before I can. I had to watch you jump from the roof. Boy, I love you to death, just like a fool. We'll need a coffin and make the two, 'cause I love you to death, just like a fool, just like a fool. Maybe Buddha's got it right. We reincarnate every time, and I'll find you in another life. Maybe Buddha's got it right. We reincarnate every time, and I'll find you in another life.
I don't really wanna fight. I just wanna spend the night. But I don't wanna spend the night acting out. Love the way you lie. But the shit just went awry. Hit me in the eye, bit me in the thigh. Then begin to cry. I'm at the end of my wits. Listen, this my. It's over. Then begin again tomorrow. Rest start, let you spoil me. Pledge your loyalty. Treat me like a king just to fuck me over royally. Boy, a wee water mixed with oil. See another shouting match, about to have it out. But no matter how mad I get, I'm so mad about you. Forgot what I was even mad about. I know we've had our challenges still. I keep trying to salvage it. You wanna sabotage it, I'm down to the hill. But you think I'm fucking around on you, chill. It never changes, I doubt if it will. Cheat on me, then say how does it feel? I feel like blowing my fucking head off after I write you out of my will. Bitch, how could you? Almost had a child, which you would've settled down.
You like them F-bombs, don't you?
Hey, Rich, it fits well with song.
It does,
I am
but
so
you know,
sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. We're not
I
going to
just
get done off
messed up
Ofcom,
the
but
whole show.
it's always says when it's not non-explicit, you can't always take that for read. But anyway, we'll just leave it playing on in the background, and we'll just fade it out gently. But
I'm sorry, kids.
it's all right.
I'm 47, he's 48, 49 with hard eye.
It's all right. But I've got a few of my
Lucky
daughters
her.
and a friends listening as well. But anyway.
Rich to that high school now.
I know. It's frightening, isn't it? They're at high school. So, Isaac, tell us what's coming out soon and when are we going to hear it?
So I haven't decided which of the singles yet, but I have. It's probably going to be a song called Predator, but that's not set in stone. So if that's come yet, it will be the end of Jan, but it's not set in stone yet. But that's the most likely option.
Right then.
Predator, did you say?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Is
interesting.
that a jovial upbeat song? Are we talking about a night stalker?
Oh, what?
Like a stalker in the night sort of thing?
Oh, kind of. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh. A female predator or a male predator? Because both sexes can be predators.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't want to label them.
I'm just
you
getting.
could
Sorry about this. I'm just getting some grief on Facebook by Gavin because he asked for Eminem for his son a little while ago and I didn't play it. I said the reason why we're playing it, Gavin, because she's a featured artist. So she's got her own music going out and we do a feature called A Song for Whatever, and this is why we're paying. We ask our featured artists give us a few songs, and yes, that's why we're playing Eminem. So there we are.
Yeah, that was a mistake, actually,
So,
Gavin.
But the whole premise of Smile Radio is about unsigned and independent music. So yes, we do play commercial stuff, but the whole point of especially what my show's about, is about unsigned music. So giving the opportunity to have music heard that doesn't always get the radio play. So
yeah.
what are we, Chris? We are the
beacon for unsigned music and artists.
There we go. That's what we are. That's what we are.
Right. He's given us that label. And I'd like to be known as a comedy show. However, it's not my radio station. So it's all about Rich,
Of course.
of course.
Right. I'm going to have to say goodbye, Isa, and thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute
Thank you for
pleasure.
having me.
You'll have to come on again. And
Yeah, that was so fun. Thank you.
Isaac, it's been a pleasure.
yeah,
You too.
and I'll definitely
So
be in
which
touch.
suits me best then? The black screen or the woolly hat screen?
The woolly hat, I would say.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
thing that worries me, why is your screen gone blank? I bet you're naked behind there, aren't you? That's why you put your screen on blank.
It's questionable.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
When Eminem comes on.
Yeah, and
and
he
I'm
stood
Francis
there.
Ryan in my underpants.
Stood there, yeah,
But
how
no,
God
it's been
created
lovely
you.
meeting you. Great musician, great lyricist.
Oh,
Really enjoy your stuff.
Thank you so much. And thanks for having me, guys.
No, well, we'll be in touch and I'll give you a call and we'll have a catch up. But don't forget, if you've missed this show or any other show, you can catch Isa again on our Podbean, on Spotify, iTunes, or you can go to our websites, www.smileradio.co/on-demand. Or you can also check Isa out on our website on the featured artist page. All I have to say is thank you so much, Isa. You stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing. We absolutely love what you're doing. And anything that's going on, let us know and we'll share the love, yeah?
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, you take care and we'll see you
Okay.
soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.
Right then, we've got our next guest coming on. Where is she? Are you there, Jill? Can you hear us?
Radio's not on.
Have you turned your audio on, Jill? Are you there, Jill? Can you hear us? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play a song. We'll play a song while we'll get all this this stuff sorted out. You get your audio sorted out, Jill, and we'll be right back. Bear with us. We'll be right. So I'm going to play a little bit of Holding On by Tropical Boyfriend Catalogue. Listen to Rich and a little bit of Chris live on Smile Radio.
Life floats on by on a river too far, far from anything to do with me. I tell myself to go, but I just keep on stalling. A change in it all is what I need. But now who am I supposed to be? 'Cause I'm holding on, I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm holding on, I'm holding on. Yeah, I'm holding on to you, my dear. Finding it hard to be anything special.
So welcome back to Rich and a Bit of Chris. We've been joined by our very special guest, Jill. Can you hear us, Jill?
I can, thank you very much.
Oh, we can hear
Good
you
afternoon,
now.
Jill.
There we go.
Hello.
It's lovely to hear from you. So, Jill, we'll explain to our listeners and our viewers why you're here and what you're trying to promote and get out there.
Richard.
Yes.
Before Jill starts, don't mean to, I'm going to be leaving the show now because I have to get back to my day job.
Right. All right. He's going to leave us with
Thank
his.
you.
All right, so have a good show. Get your message across, Jill, and break a leg.
Thanks very much.
See you later.
Cheers,
Bye.
cheers, Chris. See you in a
Bye.
bit.
Ta-ra.
So, all right then, Jill. Sorry about that. So, tell us why you're on, because you're involved with a fantastic organisation. I'll let you do your little plug.
Thank you very much. So I got involved with the Christmas Dinner Project about 4 years ago. I heard Lem Sisse being interviewed on radio, and I was actually quite ashamed of myself that it had never occurred to me that when young people leave care, they will need continued support. It just didn't even cross my radar. And actually, that is absolutely when they do need it, because the local authority have done their bit. They've put these children through education where needed. They've looked after them. And when they reach adulthood and they leave school, they obviously leave the care of the local authority.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't necessarily got the skills or the support network that they need to live independently. And unfortunately, for a lot of them, through no fault of their own, experiences that have happened through their lives, they've really had a tough time. Some of them have really had awful times, and Christmas is actually a dreaded time for them because it just reminds them, they see everybody else getting ready to celebrate, buying presents, getting all excited about Christmas, and for them it's actually a dreaded time because it's a reminder of everything they've never had. And if you think about, if somebody is a young person starts work and a well-meaning colleague says, "Oh, are you doing anything good for Christmas?" They don't know how to relate to that because they've never had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
So our aim is to change that and to show them that they are valued, they are important, and that is why the Christmas dinners take place across the country, and each one is, although we kind of work together and feed into each other, each one is run as a separate entity. So we support local care leavers in our region, and it's done by volunteers from that region. And we come together and we plan the events through the year. Obviously, this year has gone right out the window, and all the wonderful things we had planned, just, we're having to make do with things and just do what we can. But the biggest thing is that they need to know that we care about them, that we think they're important, and that we're doing this on Christmas Day, not on a different day instead of Christmas Day, but on Christmas Day, because we believe that they're important, we care about them, and we want to be there. We're there because we want to, not because we're being paid to, which unfortunately is what a lot of the adult support in their lives has been. It's by people who were paid to be there. So we put on normally a full-on experience where we would have them picked up from their home by taxi, taken to a venue, entertain, presents, meal, etc., and then taken home again afterwards. This year we are having to deliver Christmas to each one. So each guest we will deliver a 3-course meal to, we'll deliver presents and a hamper, and just spend a few minutes chatting to each one. That's as we go along, to at least have some interaction with another human being on the day.
Mm-hmm. So who normally helps? Who normally supports? And is it local business? Is it?
Well, last year was the first one I'd done in Huddersfield, so I had no contacts in Huddersfield, and unfortunately, a number of the supporters that we had are organizations or individuals that have been really hard hit by the pandemic this year. So obviously that support understandably just isn't forthcoming. But this project has a magic, and I know that the people of Kirklees or anybody from Kirklees is going to listen to us, and somehow they help us to bring everything together at the last minute, and it always just works out like magic. So although we may not be where we were hoping to be, there's still enough days for it to happen, and we know that it'll all come together in the end. But we do need help and support. We need volunteers. We need donations of food to put into food hampers. We're also, because of the region that we're in, we think it's very important at this time to support local businesses as much as we can. So the idea is not to set up a wish list on an internet website where people can shop online for gifts, but we actually want to fundraise and spend that money in the local economy and support local businesses in the local area.
So how
which
can,
is why we've got the crowdfunding page.
I was just about to say, well, how can they get in touch with you then? How can people donate and help and support?
Okay, so we've got a fundraising page set up. It's www.peoplesfundraising.com/wall/TCD-Huddersfield.
Well, what we'll do is we'll get that link and we'll put it on our social media as well, and we'll share it about. So so if anybody didn't get that, because it is a bit of a long-winded URL.
It is a big mouthful, yes.
She cried laughing. But yeah, we'll we'll put it on our social media, and then we'll share it about. And if anybody's got any wants to get in touch with you and offer some help, some physical help, how can they do that?
Well, they can email us at tcdhdfinquiries@gmail.com, which is the address I've contacted you on. So you should also have these links, because we've also got an online auction that we're running to try and raise funds as well.
Well, like I said, we'll do a post on our social media for you as well, and we can share
it.
So if anybody's listening, they can get the information off our social media, but we'll be sharing it, and because
fantastic.
Well, as you know, and as a lot of our regular listeners know, that I'm involved in very heavily involved with the Samantha Sykes Foundation Trust, and we've helped I think around about 1,600 to 2,000 individuals since the charity launched in one way or another. So that's care leavers, victims of child exploitation. There's we've had Sana Mahmood, who helped get through masters and everything else, so we've supported and helped in various different guises. So yeah, it's something that's very close to me, is all of this, because of what Sammy was doing. Obviously we only found out after she was tragically murdered, the things that she was doing for her friends who had been looked after children, and it's heartbreaking as well, because you get these young people who have some level of security, and then suddenly they reach an age, and then suddenly bang, they're on their own, and the local authority. And I know and I'm not slagging anybody off. I'm not here to do that. But when they need it the most, when they haven't got the life skills that they're expected to have, they haven't got the support mechanism of family, friends. Well, I'm not saying they don't have friends, but family unit. It's really, really difficult, and it's heartbreaking, because when the time they actually need it, they haven't got it. So
absolutely,
I'm very passionate about this, and I will do anything I can to help promote and help any way we can. So if people are out there, and I know money's tight, and it's where we've got our cap out for the Samantha Sykes Foundation, we're selling raffle tickets, we're doing it because our ball is our biggest fundraiser, and we normally have it at Ellen Road at the Centenary Pavilion in Leeds, and obviously it's cancelled this year, so we're doing a virtual ball on the 28th of via Smile Radio. We're going to be doing it live, and again, I've got bands. I've got an artist from New Jersey in America. We've got somebody from Spain. We've got somebody from Wakefield, Leeds. We've got Miss Magic, who's over in Huddersfield way, I think. She's been on Penn and Teller, and so we've got all sorts of stuff lined up, and hopefully, he says, touch wood, we'll have an entertaining evening. But yeah. It's really difficult times, and if anything we can do, Jill, just let us know. We'll share it. So,
thank you.
No, you're very, very welcome. So we'll send all this information on our social media.
Perfect.
But yeah, and I wish you all the best and success with it. And again, if there's anything you want to come back on a bit closer to Christmas and promote it again, you're more than welcome.
You might regret that offer.
No, I'm all about sharing the love. I'm all about sharing the love.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Well, you stay safe,
Thank
and
you.
we'll be in touch.
You too.
All right, and thanks
Have a
for
lovely weekend.
and you too. Thanks for coming on, and good luck
Thank
with
you.
everything.
Take care.
Gia, you take care,
Bye.
love. Bye bye. Right
Bye.
then. So I'm back with Rich, and we've lost my little sidekick Chris because he's got to go do his proper job, what he gets paid for. Because obviously he's still in his apprenticeship with me. So I just want to say thanks very much to Jill. And again, if you want to help out with this project that's going on to help the young individuals who have been in care and to help their Christmas, a nice Christmas, as good as we can, get it. Go to our social media, get in touch with us. If you want to find out a little bit more, drop me an email. It's richard@smileradio.co. Instagram and Twitter @smileradio3. Facebook is @smileradio Yorkshire. So I'm going to play last week's featured artist, and this song is How Could You by Matt Hodges even. Listen to Rich Without Chris live on Smile Radio.
I never thought I'd be the one to lose and just try to bring me down. I dare you. I'll be a hero. I'll change this world. I didn't see the storm coming from above. Well, I walked in and I saw your face. A memory for me that I can't shake. And now I found dry. I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had are simple but true. I just can't handle this. And how could you? The house became a walkway. The prison seemed my past. My future scary without you at my back. The anger, the pain that I felt inside. I just couldn't show for fear of capsize. They're cobbled up, I carried you in. A journey just to stop my life to begin. And now if I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had are simple but true. I just can't handle this. And how could you? And now if I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had are simple but true. I just can't handle this. I just can't handle this. And now if I'll cry, I'll drink this whole town dry. I haven't asked for help 'cause I don't need it. The times we had are simple but true. I just can't handle this. How could you?
I'm Lee from the far north, and you're listening to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris on Smile Radio. And a little bit.
Shipwrecked on this land so far from what's ours. I see what's left of our own sunken hearts.
Memories of loved ones fading over time. Needles and tears on the skin. Oh, Father, where have you been? Oh, brother, let me in. Oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life, cultivated over hours. Oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life. This house is ours. Oh, yeah, this house is ours. Lately, I feel like my smile's underneath. Cobwebs and dust on the floor. I feel it pulling my lungs. Oh, don't wake me when I'm gone. Sunlight this morning cuts deep through the trees. I see the cliffs of the York. Oh, mother, take me home. On these mountains I roam. Oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life, cultivated over hours. Oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life. This house is ours. Oh, yeah. I want to think, oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life, cultivated over hours. Oh, whoa, it's a beautiful life. This house is ours. Oh, yeah, this house is ours. Oh, yeah, this house is ours.
Welcome back to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. You just be left with me now because my learned friend's gone to work. So he says. A bit dodgy turning his camera off so nobody could see what he was doing. Anyway, less said the least mended. So yeah, that was This House Is Ours by the Far North. That was the first single that was released a couple of months ago, sorry. That the other track that was released last Friday or the Friday before they came on. It's all morphing into one, innit? It's all morphing into one. So we've got a few, I've got sort of 45 minutes left, 35 minutes even, sorry, can't even count. So we're going to play a few tracks from our featured artists. We've got Bethany Hare, who does our jingle, which is, bear with, where are we? So the jingles that we were playing earlier on. She's going to be coming on as well on our virtual ball on the 28th of November. So tune in from 7 o'clock. We'll be doing lots of plugs and letting people know when it's all happening. We've got Bethany Hare. We've also got Bradley Johnson, who's on Emmerdale, who did he was when the Gary him out of Take That. Absolutely fantastic. They did the search for the Take That musical, and he sung on that, so he's going to be doing a couple of songs on there. We've also got, all the way from Spain, we will have Martin Hamilton, who is going to be doing a Neil Diamond tribute. So yeah, and we've got Miss Magic coming on as well. And then we have our artist Brianna from New Jersey in the US of A. She'll be coming on doing a live song. So we've got all sorts going on. So if you want to go to the Samantha Sykes Foundation Trust, there's a link to make a donation. We're also doing a raffle, which is a week in Spain, expenses in a house in Spain. I'll get some more further details on that. The other auction prize is a commissioned, hand-painted picture of an animal, the dog, cat, whatever your animal is, and that's by Amber. So again, all this information is going to be available on this Smile Radio Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all the social media. So we'll be putting more information about that. So again, if you want to donate anything, or make it, just come along. Join us on the 28th. It should be a good fun. If you want to get dressed up, I'm going to be getting dressed up in my tux because I've got nowhere else to go. So I'm going to play This Is Not a Love Song by Bethany Hare, and this is a release that came out last week. So you listen to Rich Without Chris live on Smile Radio.
I am listening, listening to the voice inside, telling me something that it's gonna be alright. Don't change the world for me. I'm doing fine here in my room. The best things in life are free, they say. Well, I think it's true on Sunday mornings when I wake up ever so slowly. There's no rush, it's a different kind of buzz. I feel now there's no us for me to have worries. So this is not a love song. Don't make a fuss or get me wrong. I'm feeling lucky on this natural high, drifting like a butterfly in a cloudless sky. When there's music in my ears, it's not always about love songs. 'Cause when I have my friends along, we come together in the evening sun. Roll the blades and summer days is all I want. When there's music in my ears, long ago back in time, buried beneath the weight of the gaze and intensity from you. Well, I think it's true on Sunday mornings when I wake up ever so slowly. There's no rush, there's a different kind of buzz. I feel now there's no us for me to have worries. So this is not a love song. Don't make a fuss or get me wrong. I'm feeling lucky on this natural high, drifting like a butterfly in a cloudless sky. When there's music in my ears, it's not always about love songs. 'Cause when I have my friends along, we come together in the evening sun. Roll the blades and summer days is all I want. When there's music in my ears, I am listening, listening to the voice inside, telling me something that it's gonna be alright.
Colonel Bacchus, he's your host. Yes, the host with the most. With a song he's singing that'll make your ears bleed. Colonel Bacchus is a DJ. Yes, the craziest DJ. He plays movies and music, and it's strange as the Godzilla thing. From the dubstep noise, loud bass on top of that, to the shrill of the giant shrews, the oddest, weirdest, strangest show the radio ever knew. Colonel Bacchus is the host, yes, a host that won't toast. What a kook, what a ruler, what a nightmare come truer was he. Colonel Bacchus radio show from Tennessee, Fridays at 6 p.m. on Smile Radio.
Hi, it's Wild Horse here. I'm Jack.
And I'm Henry.
I'm Ed.
And you're listening to Smile Radio.
That's right, you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris live on Smile Radio. So we've got a few messages coming through. We've got Gav Bateson, who's on Facebook. We've also Mick Ledbetter. We've had Mally Stokes saying the modern day John Peel. Thank you so much, Mally. That means a lot. We are going to... Well, I would normally have had another act on, but unfortunately they've been held up. So unfortunately you've just got me. You've just got me in this week, kids. So I apologise for that. So I'm going to continue with the unsigned theme. We've also, this, as I mentioned earlier on, this is my favourite track of this year. We were on Facebook, but it's... been taken down, but we'll be back in a minute with Facebook. So I'm going to kick off with There's Always a Light by Civic Green, and I love this song. This is my absolute favourite track of this year. So I'll be right back when I've sorted Facebook Live out. Don't go anywhere.
Raise your head, won't you sing me a smile? Put me back on my feet for the while.
Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmoor Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
I was born by the river in a place called the Kingstown, where we stand by each other in a city bombs could not keep down. It runs deeper than Elizabeth Dock, bolder than the bridge across the Humber, from the land of green ginger up to Hazel Road. And I'll meet you on the north side, where the diamonds shine in the mud, and the slowly rolling river is forever in my blood. Some came on the trawlers. For 3 days they were millionaires. A few pints and rainers, then they were lost to the icy waves. They were stronger than the cranes on the quay, bolder than the bridge across the Humber, from the land of green ginger up to Hazel Road. And I'll meet you on the north side, where the diamonds shine in the mud, and the slowly rolling river is forever in my blood. This was for the bombs that fell on Liberty Road. This was for the men who sailed and never came home. It runs deeper than Elizabeth Dock, bolder than the bridge across the Humber, from the land of green ginger up to Hazel Road. And I'll meet you on the north side, where the diamonds shine in the mud, and the slowly rolling river is forever in my blood. Yes, I'll meet you on the north side, where the diamonds shine in the mud, and the slowly rolling river is forever in my blood. I'll meet you on the north side, where the diamonds shine in the mud, and the slowly rolling river is forever in my blood.
Hey, this is Doug. This is Pat. This is Andy. We are Council, and you are listening to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show on Smile Radio. Get that smile.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show, live on Smile Radio. So you're just with my dulcet tones today, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm trying to keep you all entertained as best as I can. I'll just turn that down a little bit, a bit loud that. I've got a few birthdays. I've got Mark Orange, who was 50 this week. Eve McKay, who was a birthday, same day as my daughter. And Lily was 13 on Wednesday, 18th of November. She was born 11:33, £5.13, 13 years ago. God, where does time go? 13 going on 30. Don't I know it? Anyway, She's an absolute. She's been spoilt rotten. So a big shout out to everybody whose birthday. We've got Harry Wilkinson, Thomas Jones, aka Ebenezer. Yeah, if you want to borrow a fiver, mate, you probably get one off him, but one of them old white fivers. Tightest man I know, but he's not a bad lad really. Happy birthday, Thomas. So yeah, coming up later on, we got Colonel Bacchus at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. And after Colonel Bacchus, we have, bear with me, we have, what's that noise? So we've got Colonel Bacchus at 6 o'clock. We've got the JJK, quite great radio show, 7 till 8. Then 8 till 11, we have the indie artist playlist, which is a lot of the independent artists that we've had throughout the last 18 months, 2 years. So there's a collection of new, old indie artists, so check out that. And then coming up tomorrow, we have the late night show coming up at 1 till 3. And then we've got the backup indie playlist coming up at early hours. So stay tuned on Smile Radio. And don't forget, if you've got any artists or anybody you know who wants to get their music out there, get in touch with me, Richard at smileradio.co. Or you can drop me a message on Instagram and Twitter at SmileRadio3. Or on Facebook, which is Smile Radio Yorkshire. We're still keeping it with the unsigned theme because we are the beacon for unsigned music and artists. So we've got a very friendly and one of our best friends from over the pond, Bethany Rose, and this is her latest track called Useless. She came on a few weeks ago. So if you want to check it out, again, go to our website www.smileradio.co/the featured artist, and you can get all the information of all the artists that we've had on. And again, if you've missed the show, this show or any other show, you can go to our website smileradio.com/on demand, or download the podcast from iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and all the major podcasting sites. And don't forget, if you want to listen to us on Alexa, all you got to say is, Alexa, start Smile Radio. Anyway, this is Bethany Rose all the way from the US of A, and this is her latest single called Useless. Listen to Rich Without Chris live on Smile Radio.
Like it all
Friday afternoon from 1:30 you can hear Chip Ahoy here on Smile Radio. 2 hours of eclectic music chosen to gladden your heart.
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Welcome back to Rich and a little bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. I've had a message in regards to the Christmas lunches. If you want to drop me an email, richard@smileradio.co, and I will pass on your details to Jill in how you can help. And also, don't forget, we will be doing lots. I've had an inquiry about if they can get involved on the virtual ball on the 28th. Again, you can either contact myself, richard@smileradio.co, or on Facebook, Smile Radio Yorkshire, Instagram and Twitter @SmileRadio3, or you can contact Eric or Julie via the Samantha Sykes Foundation Trust. So just go to the Samantha Sykes Foundation website. Again, just type Samantha Sykes Foundation in Google and it will take you to them. Again, any help, any donations, any raffle prize, anything like that, it would be greatly appreciated. So we're coming up to the last sort of 6 minutes of the show. Where's it gone? I just want to say a massive thank you to Isa, all the way from London. Roots are back in Ireland. Fantastic voice. If you want to check her out, go to our website, www.smileradio.co/the featured artist, and you can see all the featured artists that we've had over the last 2 years. So check them out. All the bios, all the social media, the tracks, Spotify links, everything else is on there. So there's not a great deal left to say. I'm going to play a little track by the Geo Smith, by the Violettes, and these boys are from Hull. But I'm just going to. I think I'm going to treat you to a little song myself. Are you ready? This is where I miss my sidekick, because he loves it when I sing to him. Chris, this is for you, mate. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness, so much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years, never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness, so much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Make me happy through the years, never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love, sweet love. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Yeah! Right, all I have to say is thank you everybody for tuning in, all your messages. Don't forget, if you've missed this show or any other show, you can go to our website, www.smileradio.co/on-demand, or you can download the podcast from iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and all the major podcasting sites. So all is left to say, thank you very much everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to help out on the charities that we've been talking about today, get in touch with me, richard@smileradio.co. On the social media, Smile Radio, @SmileRadio3, and on Facebook, Smile Radio Yorkshire. All I have to say is look after yourself, stay safe, and don't forget, give us 3 rings when you get in. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, guys. And this is Marisha, Tropical, and these guys are from Hull. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Stay safe.
And I'm feeling kinda wavy, and I can make our faces in the hallway. Still feeling kinda jaded. Oh, 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 oh. Then you say you got my heartbeat running faster, faster. No, no, but I bet that this ends in disaster. This tropical's got me just right, and I'm feeling tropical all night. And I know it's gonna come, but I don't mind. And it's alright, and I'm so high, so high. And I'm so high, still feeling kinda wasted. And I can find you underneath these always. Still feeling kinda jaded. Oh, 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 oh. And you say you got my heartbeat running faster, faster. Oh no, but I bet that this ends in disaster. This tropical's got me